So you know what we got to talk about now, since we're talking about getting canceled.
Uh-oh.
We're talking about what's going on over at DC.
Dude.
So Ryan, you are a big fan.
We've needed to do this for a while.
Yeah, we're just going to catch
I'm scared.
I'm very nervous, but I like some of the signs that this is.
Yeah.
There's good things to talk about. There's bad things to talk about. But we're talking about the cancellations that DC has done. Just rapid fire, right? Just one after the other. It's looking grim for a lot of things. And I think it all was a big realization when Batgirl got canceled because the filming had already wrapped for that. The fandom was already hyped for that. It's been in development limbo since like Joss Whedon was involved.
True.
And that's before he got canceled. So we're going back years now.
Different kinds of cancellations in this.
So we're talking about kind of like a new, taking a step back and seeing like, what are we left with and where's like the production headed? Because if there's members who are speccing on the DC universe, I think it's these types of conversations that's going to help with that. Also, it may give you some ideas of maybe where to allocate some of your purchasing if you're looking to buy comic books that are of DC nature. Especially the ones that are on this list. Or if you're just
someone like me who is a fan of DC and wants them to do a good, a universe, and for them to reach their potential, because they've been floundering like a weird step cousin of Marvel for so long now. It's just not working. So while these cancellations may sting,
yes,
hopefully it is a necessary pain in order to build something great in the ashes.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with some. I want to start with the canceled stuff because there's less canceled stuff than the stuff that that hasn't gotten the axe. And I want to then talk about what we think could get the axe, and then the ones that seem pretty damn safe and what we hope to see in the future.
So let's zoom out then, because DC is merging. Warner Brothers is trying to merge with I think Discovery.
True.
And they're combining apps and HBO Max, and there's a whole bunch of moving pieces at work right now. DC already has so many things in various stages of production. You've got like the Aquaman sequel, the Black Adam movie are basically ready to go. They're pretty much ready to come out. You've got other movies like The Flash, which we'll get into, and a whole bunch of other things that are further down the line and not really ready to go, that are sort of more up in the air. We thought we would go through them and kind of see what we think.
Absolutely. I think we should get into it. Let's start with some of the canceled. Currently on, cancellation, the slate, it is what it is. We're not getting a Leslie Grace Batgirl movie, which is, to me, unfortunate. They were going New 52 accurate with the costume.
I like this look. This
Brendan
is the image
Fraser
we've all seen.
As Firefly. I was really excited to see him in the DC universe.
Wasn't Michael Keaton in this movie too?
We have heard that we were going to see Michael Keaton as well. And who knows? We may find out as time goes on what they had, because they had filmed the whole damn movie.
The whole movie.
Which is kind of nuts to think about. Something like 60 million already invested, 70 million.
I keep comparing it to New Mutants.
Yes.
Marvel kicked that can down the road for years. They were like, it still needs work.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's not good enough. We're going to tinker with it. We're going to add some stuff. We're going to reshoot some stuff. It's not good. Nobody likes it, but we're going to work on it, and then we'll put it out. Yeah. Or Morbius, Yeah. Everybody knew that movie sucked ass. It got released twice. And Batgirl doesn't come out once. Yeah. How bad does it have to be for them to just say, we can't even show this movie?
I'll tell you how bad it has to be. They compared it to a long episode of a bad CW show. Yeah. Ouch. Which brings us to this. Okay, so we have like Legends of Tomorrow also on the slate of cancellations. We also have Batwoman, which kind of started the domino effect. Like this was the one that started earliest, I think, of this whole list. But this was like months ago.
I think this might have been canceled before all of the Discovery merger stuff. True. I didn't pay any attention to Batwoman. I didn't watch it. I don't really pay much attention to the CW stuff at all. But I think this got canceled before this current drama.
And The Flash, of course. The Arrowverse is finally coming to an end. And I think what we have to do is also look at something that's similar to all these besides one other, and we'll get to that as well. And we could put Naomi on here too.
Sure.
Because around that same time, Naomi got canned as well. There is a level of superhero quality expectation that has officially been set since the start of the Arrowverse and the CW universes, right?
Okay.
So you have the CW shows, and then you have the shows that would premiere on Netflix. You have the shows that would premiere on HBO Max.
Daredevil stuff.
And then the creation of like the greater MCU at large and what that means. And then the R-rated DC films even. It's pushing boundaries. CW shows started to become like the lowest tier.
But back when they started,
it's what we had.
CW started, like Arrow first dropped like right early New 52, which was like 2011 I want to say 2012 maybe. which is like the time of Avengers. That was pre, Netflix, Daredevil, any of that stuff. So that was what we had for, TV superhero shows, and they had their own connected universe. They were doing some cool stuff that we hadn't seen before.
I enjoyed the first few seasons of The Flash.
I watched the first few years of Flash and Arrow.
I'll probably watch it again at some point.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm going to watch it again the same way I'll eventually watch Smallville again.
In the background.
In the background. Not too closely.
You don't have to pay that much attention.
It's not that big of a deal. But, hey, this was my favorite of the CW shows, easily.
Agreed.
Arrow was like decent for one season, and then it got really bad. But here's the thing. I wasn't the demographic. I understand that. And there's a lot of kids that this was okay for them to watch, even though it's a little bit more mature.
Sure.
Kids are watching a lot worse stuff on television. This was actually pretty tame as far as maturity goes, with killing involved and characters dying and things like that.
Because there are definitely more mature superhero shows that kids should not watch, like Watchmen or Daredevil.
Absolutely. So there was one anomaly to this whole list that, I'll be real, I'm okay with the CW stuff.
The CW stuff had its run.
Naomi was a bummer. I wish it was better.
It was a little early. I didn't watch it. I was kind of nervous.
I watched the first couple episodes.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. I like the first one. I thought they did it justice. I'm like, okay, I can see where they're going with it. But then it was so CW. It was so CW.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then move past it. They need to just flush the entire CW in my mind. Get past it.
I'm disappointed in this. I know it was a reach, but Wonder Twins being canceled, this was one where I'm like, damn it. Because it's so weird. It's such a strange, not just mashup of of characters or actors and actresses, right? We have the person from Riverdale here. I'm not as familiar with her though. Is she from Riverdale as well?
No, I don't believe so. That's not Midsummer. That's not Yelena.
No, it's
right?
definitely not Yelena.
It looks like her.
No, but Wonder Twins on screen, it would be so funny. It's so strange that they would have to make it a comedy or a very serious, kind of flip the script and have it be super serious, kind of like they did with Riverdale to a degree. And Archie and that whole run, even Sabrina to a degree. So I was hyped about this. I was gonna watch it no matter what, at least the first few episodes to see if they reel me in. But it's canceled. But it's also this is a good reminder that not every single show is gonna work. All right, not every single show is gonna work.
Especially when a show is stuff like this can take long to, you got to write it, you got to cast it, you got to script it, you got to get everything ready, you got to build the sets, you got to edit it afterwards, special effects, all that stuff. There's a lot of moving parts, and a lot of shows don't pan out.
Okay, so let's rapid fire some of the other ones that are currently in production, and I want to hear your first immediate thoughts. We're not going to spend too much time on it, but these are the ones that are actively happening, and I want to know if you think it's safe, if you think it's not safe.
Interesting.
Let's make it happen.
Let's get some perspective. Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Blue Beetle. I think that this movie, if they can cancel Batgirl, this is up for cancellation.
Before I would have said too late. They got costumes, they got the cast, they're filming it. It's too late.
It looks kind of cool, but it could be easy to screw it up.
Batgirl. Yes,
it could be easy to screw it up. So
I would give this better odds than some other things.
What do you think? Black Canary?
Black Canary, I don't know.
This one's going.
I don't have a lot of faith in that personally.
I mean, if Blue Beetle is a concern, Black Canary has to be a concern too.
I still haven't seen the freaking Birds of Prey movie that she was from.
Yeah, it didn't do well.
Okay, yeah, I know it didn't do well. I never watched it. Maybe that's why it didn't do well.
All right, we
the
have
Penguin spinoff of the Batman.
Super safe.
They already canceled the Gotham Central Police Department show they were going to do, spinoff of the Batman universe. I hope this is safe. I would really like this because this would be all organized crime goodness.
It would be amazing if it was.
Fingers crossed.
I think it's safe. I think the tie to Pattinson Batman is all we need to lean on.
Yeah, it's early, so they could easily just say, "Screw it, it's too much work. We'll cancel it."
Okay, what about this one?
What do we? You know more about this than I do at this point. I think
at this point, this is on the list of it's still happening, but as a Green Lantern fan, Ryan, do you really think that this is safe? Be real.
I don't know how they're going to do it. I have been wondering how they're going to make this show this entire time.
It's going to be tough, man.
It's
Green Lantern.
Almost impossible. I don't know how you make Green Lantern work in live action. So
a Green Lantern show, and I want to know in the comment section below, Comic Fan Mountain to win this variant. Don't forget. And I want to remind everybody that we're going to be doing a Whatnot stream immediately after the show. We are a little late. I just pushed back the time. We're probably going to be wrapping up here in a poquito minutos, but join us on Whatnot after the show. We're going to be selling some comic books. It's going to be a good time. Green Lantern, Ryan. I don't know how they're going to do it. It was a surprise that they were planning on doing a series on it.
I hope this works because I'm very excited. It's been my favorite character for a decade.
What do you think, though? In your gut?
In my gut, I don't know how they can do it, and I think from a production standpoint, if I were in charge of a company, it would make way more financial sense to just pull the plug and save the money on this before it gets too far down.
As a Green Lantern fan,
special effects, all kinds of different characters, the weird, convoluted story that's hard to crack.
Yep.
Like, unless they have a really good plan. Yes, but this is the exact kind of thing that makes studio executives like poop their pants and have nightmares. Like, how do you make this? How do you sell this? They got magic rings to make a big airplane with and a big boxing glove with. You know?
Good luck, right?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. But here's the thing. As a collector of Green Lantern, if it doesn't happen,
then I can snag up those keys that I can't really get now because they're, expensive.
Why we are talking about this comic fam, this is the kind of consideration they have to have, because this may not be the best time to secure keys from Green Lantern, but it may be the best time very soon. Up to you. Spec at your own.
Depends how badly you really want it.
Now, here's the thing.
Harley Quinn.
Now we're getting into
animated show.
Great show, but is it necessary to keep dumping money into it to keep it going? Did it already do what it's...
Third season is out right now.
They could end it.
3 years is a nice run.
It's a nice run.
I love this cartoon. I would love it to keep going. This is one of the funniest shows I've seen in a very, very long time. Everybody should watch it if you have HBO Max. Go watch this show immediately. It's great.
It's really funny.
It's not just Harley. It is the entire Gotham Batman universe. It's hilarious.
All right.
That being said,
it could be safe, but
I wouldn't mind 3 years.
Another.
If they need to cancel, I would rather them cancel this and then stop. We had this. I want Green Lantern.
We're getting Joker. This is happening.
Joker 2.
It can't not happen. Do you have to spend more
Correct.
time on this? I mean, dude,
I think this one's probably a solid.
Dude, Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga. If that happens, if you feel any way about Lady Gaga, just watch American Horror Story. You'll be rest assured that, oh no, she can deliver it. And oh my goodness, I would love to see that rendition of Harley Quinn. And this isn't my favorite DC movie, but
I'm nervous about the musical rumors that I heard.
Yeah,
I don't love musicals, but I'll watch it regardless.
Comic Butch in the house. Hit the like button for the Butch, and we're back. Okay.
Batgirl, we did that.
We did Batgirl. What else?
Should be more after this one.
Oh, though. Aquaman. I like how you use the Aquaman photo with Amber Heard. Is she even in the movie anymore?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. Is she? I did not follow that trial at all, so you would know better than me.
How did you not file that trial? It was captivating.
Yeah, sure.
It was like comics and Johnny Depp.
Someone pooped.
Yep, someone indeed pooped.
That's all I know.
All right, here we go.
Some poop action.
We also have Flash. Oh my gosh.
This stings, dude.
This is just.
I grabbed this picture because this like just embodies the reason I want this movie to work.
The thing that frustrates me most is that I like Ezra Flash.
It's unfortunate, but yeah, he was fun in the Justice League movies and stuff.
The Snyder Cut was really cool. His scene
he's good
was
comic relief.
His scene was one of the biggest redeeming factors of the movie for me, but he screwed up so much that at this point it's like, dude, give me the dude who played Flash in CW and let's get some damn Flash movies rolling.
There's no way they can reshoot this entire movie with a different lead actor.
They're saying that they're like, Ezra is actually doing reshoots right now.
Ezra is, yeah. If you're going to bring him back, yeah. But there's no way for them to scrap it and refilm the whole thing with the CW Flash. They either dump the whole movie or release it as is and move on quietly. I don't know how they're going to handle this, but...
Also, we have Pennyworth. There we go.
Sure.
On Stars.
The lady on the plane next to me last weekend was recommending this show to me, by the way.
I started watching it. It's
Never saw Pennyworth. She said it was cool.
It's pretty cool. All right, so moving on to some other ones that I think are like, it's okay. Hey, I know we're saying, oh, this may not happen, and this sucks, and we're worried about Aquaman. But you know what? There's some things to be excited about. Abud, let's talk about it. We have Peacemaker issue. What am I saying? We have Peacemaker. Here we go. Basically, all these cancellations are happening. Axe is coming down. Everyone's worried. And then James Gunn says, I chatted with the execs.
Peacemaker season 2 is fine. That's coming. This is good.
We're good on Peacemaker.
This is one of the few things that's a sure thing.
Yep.
At least season 2.
Peacemaker is happening. You don't have to worry about it. And pretty much James Gunn, anything he's tied to, they're like, hey, you're going to be fine.
Probable Suicide Squad sequel. I don't know if that's been confirmed or not yet, but I'm sure if he wanted to, they'd let him,
Of course.
They had one of their best movies with James Gunn and this show. They're not going to just kick him to the curb.
I think it's a sign that if they're saying, hey, we're going to cancel all these CW stuff, but also James Gunn, all the spinoffs that you're planning on doing, you're good to go. It's going to keep happening. You're going to get your Peacemaker. You're probably going to get your Ratcatcher. You're probably going to get your Bloodsport even. That spec's been going strong too over the last week. So I think that if there is something something promising right now in all of this information, if you're looking to buy and invest in comic books, if you can get deals on things that James Gunn is tied to, I think you're in good hands. I don't think that it's going to be that risky of a bet. You never know. But I'll tell you, 9/8 of Bloodsport are hitting around $100. That's it. That book was hitting 200 plus just over a year ago.
Around the movie?
Yeah, around the movie, you know. I think there was even highs of 300. It's a tough white cover. But let me know what you think about all of these shows in the comment section below. What are you worried about? Are you worried about Titans? Are you worried about Doom Patrol? Let me know. Don't forget on Tuesday we're going to give away, and we have to talk about another book that we read because hot damn, it was spicy good.
We got one left.
It was good, man. I'm very, very excited.
This is a very
about
pleasant surprise for me.